Action News investigates our three rivers facing a serious threat: crumbling locks and dams.
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 investigative reporter Paul Van Osdol is live along the Allegheny River with a major impact a structure failure could have on all of us.
With no locks and dams, experts say the water level right off the point could be as low as 8 inches, right up to this green band. Still, our investigation found there's a chance one of the massive locks on the Ohio River just downstream from here could fail sometime in the next decade, causing economic and environmental devastation. We take them for granted, but without the locks and dams along the three rivers, we'd be paying a lot more for this and this. And you could forget about doing this. The locks make it possible for barges to haul coal to power plants at just 10% of what it would cost to truck the coal. In fact, it would take 1,000 trucks to haul the same amount of coal that one towboat can push down the river. That keeps electric rates low, and it keeps trucks from chewing up roads. But without locks like this one, those barges are dead in the water. Action News Investigates asked barge company owner Peter Stefeich about the impact of shutting down a lock.
The cost would be phenomenal and devastating to everybody in this region.
But government officials say a lock shutdown is a real possibility. Crumbling concrete exposes steel rebar inside the main lock chamber at the 80-year-old Montgomery Lock and Dam in Beaver County. The Army Corps of Engineers calls it a safety hazard for boats locking through.
Things have started to break down, deteriorate, and now we have rebar exposed in our lock chamber.
This leak at Montgomery's lock gate is also a major concern.
We can lose control of the gates, and then when we go to operate them, they can malfunction and technically break off.
As big a problem as these leaks are, the Army Corps says an even bigger concern is what you can't see from here. It's what's underneath us. This crack runs throughout the wall that holds the lock chambers together.
But this crack just isn't on the surface.
It goes much deeper, all the way into the very foundation of the lock where water enters the chambers. That's why water is bubbling up from the floor. We're standing in water right now because of these leaks and cracks.
Yes.
And the leaks and cracks are only getting worse, which means in the next 12 years,
There's a 50-50 chance that this wall will fail.
That would shut down the lock, bringing boat traffic to a halt, wreaking economic and environmental havoc.
Without these locks and dams, we cannot operate. It's not like a highway where there's a detour. We don't have any detours.
And it's not just about the barge business.
Folks that want to use their pleasure boats, their kayaks, that want to fish, all of that would go away if it weren't for the locks and dams.
Conditions are just as bad at the 95-year-old Emsworth Lock and Dam, just upstream from Montgomery.
You're risking losing the pool here that's giving downtown Pittsburgh that beautiful waterfront that we have down there, and also communities that draw water out of these rivers. That's going to be imperiled.
Congressman Rothfuss held a news conference in April to push for reconstruction of the locks at Emsworth, Montgomery, and DeShields, also on the Ohio River. It's a $2.3 billion project that would take 18 years to complete. But Congress can't approve the project until the Army Corps finishes a study. That study has taken 13 years at a cost of $17 million.
These delays are inexcusable. They have to stop dragging their feet.
Action News Investigates asked a top Corps official in Pittsburgh, what's taking so long? Is the Corps dragging its feet?
Actually, from my perspective, I don't think so. I think that we've just been trying to do due diligence and try to show what the benefits are for this project.
But she says the Corps knows it must act soon.
These things are getting close to failure.
Still, the delay has taken its toll on the locks and on the people who use them. How frustrating has it been for you to see these locks deteriorate and to see the government not get its act together to fix them?
That's been extremely frustrating.
Just last week, that study by the Corps was turned into Corps headquarters in Washington, D.C., but those locks are a long way from being replaced. Congress must first vote to authorize and then vote to fund the replacement. And then after that, it's going to take 6 years to replace each of those 3 locks, which is why a failure sometime in the next decade is such a big concern. Reporting live on the North Shore, Paul Van Osdol, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.